What's going on, guys? And welcome to this session doing some tactics in the Catalan for white. We're doing what I call tactics after the tactics, which is to say after you play knight takes e6, if pawn e6, queen check on that square, king over or rook f7, queen takes here. You've won 2 pawns for the piece, you've recuperated your piece. You could also play rook takes. That might be stronger. So after you've won this piece, this piece back and these 2 pawns, how are you going to convert the win? The nuance is that there's a probably stronger continuation in knight e6, knight f4, knight takes f4, and you've got a couple threats threats in that position. You have knight e5 winning the knight on d7, and you maybe have the threat of like doubling here or sticking a knight here. Yeah, you have dual threats of knight e5 threatening to pin and win, and you also have knight c6 maybe afterwards winning. I spent a long time trying to figure out if I could get knight c6 to work, right? So knight c6 immediately, queen here, queen takes check, and if queen takes, well then rook takes, and winning material. But I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't figure it out. First of all, because even if black goes for that line, knight c6, queen here, knight check, there's simply knight takes. But there's also even the stronger knight takes f4 in that line, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I do think that knight takes e6 is the move. So knight e6, knight f4, knight here. If f6, queen check wins the knight. So how does black stop knight e5? Let's try bishop f6. So if bishop f6, maybe I just put a knight on d6 and say, haha, my pieces are amazing. I think that's probably what I would do. I know it gives up the pin a little bit, but putting a knight on d6 and just saying, what you gonna do about it, does seem pretty convincing. Yeah, it goes for this line. I don't get it. I think for certain it's, oh wow, computer does not give that as the best line, probably because of exactly what I was talking about, all of this tension. Bishop f6, the response is queen here, hitting the, okay, yeah, I didn't see queen g4. Whatever. It'd be great if I could somehow mate here. I think that might be one of the points. I think the point is to get the queen away from the c6 square. Bishop, bishop, and then, I don't know, queen goes somewhere. And once the queen's away from the c6 square, you have takes, takes, and you can win. But I think you probably have an even stronger continuation of something like bishop check and, I don't know, some sort of rook mating on d8. Or queen rook battery mating on d8. I expect that that's the continuation. So knight, queen has 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. Queen check here is probably the most testing, but it's also the easiest to respond to because we just play bishop here. Queen takes falls for bishop takes, pawn takes, and then at the very least you're winning the rook, right? Queen here is just unimaginable. It would drop the queen, right? You probably have something stronger than bishop. No. So what's the best continuation for black? I think the best continuation might be queen to b8. And after queen b8, you have bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes check. The king goes here. After king there, you have... The queen could also go here, I suppose. I think there you play knight c7. You play knight c7 not with the intention of winning the rook, but with the intention of shutting off the queen's access to the d6 square. This way you have queen d6, king back, queen check. So yeah, I think, so that's the line that I don't really care about the tactic after the tactic here, for the simple reason that it's mate. You know, I'm just going to play from a checkmate, and that's clear. It's very clear. So even after bishop f7, king f1, or bishop f2, king f1, where's the queen going to go? Right? The queen has no dark square to protect that bishop. Now she can get 2 pawns for her piece. Knight here, check, king f1, queen, queen, rook, king takes f1. Let's just say knight check, king back to g1 to protect h2. And in that position, I'm probably playing like bishop here, not immediately because the rook's on b3. Well, maybe I could just take, you know, rook b3. I can just take on a7. So it does seem to be knight a4, because bishop f1 is not a real threat, and I am threatening to do this. So I think the line goes, the best way for black to get the most material for their pieces is the line that I just related. Here, 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 takes. My knight's on a4, so it's actually blocking access to a7. Black has a couple ideas, I suppose. Very important not to play this move, which would lose to this. So I think that's a key idea there. I think I've spotted like what not to do, and I'm happy enough with that. I've spotted a tactic at the end of the tactic, a tactic for black, which is me saying don't fuck that up. So let's go for it. Yep, queen takes, rook takes, king takes, knight g4. Computer thought about it for a second. Knight d5 makes a lot of sense. Knight g4 that settles on, that's interesting. King h1, what I had planned. I considered this. I considered that the knight would just centralize. Bishop a3 is an interesting go. Yeah, I get that. Here, I'm probably gonna take the bishop. No? Interesting. Knight e6 is nice. Knight e6 is a nice shot. I think I would probably play knight takes e6 in a game, even though, you know, this allows some. I think the reason why a computer doesn't like knight takes e6 is because now this rook can no longer take on a7. So I get that. That's an interesting choice. Here. Oh, no. Why mouse click that? Don't do that. All right. Let's do one more. I'm not certain if there's time. This is a pretty simple problem. Knight takes, queen takes, knight takes check. King here. And rook takes queen, or this rook takes queen. The problem is king takes back at the end of the line. So here I've won a piece. Here. Here. Okay, so I'm up 2 pieces in that position. And then black recuperates one of them. That's okay. At the end of that line, how am I winning? How am I winning? I think that I'm playing rook d1, d2. Like rook d2 to secure this. Wait a second, is my knight here hanging at the end of the line? Yeah, my knight here is hanging at the end of the line. Black must choose between either going down the exchange, right? They can recuperate this piece. They can take this piece, I'll take here, they'll take back. I'm not certain what the piece count is there. I know I'm still up material, but I'm not certain how big of the advantage is. My consolidation plan shouldn't change too much either way. I'm playing rook d1, d2. Okay, so king over, I was gonna play this. Interesting, the computer likes that more. Maybe just because it leads to more liquidations. Here, bishop takes a4 is what I was most concerned about, I suppose. Yeah, and I thought that at the end of the line, I did say that my knight was hanging, and this was the consideration that I had, the main move that I had in my mind at the end of the line. So takes, and then probably black puts a stopper in it. And tries to sort of turtle down. I'm probably breaking with something like e4 there, especially if my rook's still on the d file. All right, thank you for accompanying me on my chess journey today, and until the next time, good luck with your own. Bye for now.